can't wait to see what's going to happen next week, though. I mean, we saw in that main event the Death Triangle getting beaten up and mocked backstage. They could not make the save for Phoenix. And we get to see my man, Pac, get his hands on Eddie Kingston. Now, that is going to be, to me, I know that you were geeking out about Phoenix versus Kenny Omega this week. Pac versus Kingston is going to be one of those matches where your boy Crayfish is going to be delivering some massive takes next week. I cannot wait for that one. And that feels like a pay-per-view matchup. This feud has been so hot and so intense. Kingston's finally going to get in the ring with Pac, and Pac's finally going to get his hands on the guy. That match feels like it has so much momentum behind it. I cannot wait for it.
And we talked about it so much. You know, AEW gives us so many great matches on free TV. You know, this is not just a fluff show. Every week is not a fluff show. I mean,
look at this card.
Week in and week out, we're getting pay-per-view quality matches from top to bottom. I mean, next week we saw Miro and Chuck Taylor are going to go head to head. So, you know, that could be interesting twist and interesting storytelling. Yeah. And then another surprise match that was announced.
I think the Serena Deeb versus Tay Conti matchup is going to be an awesome one. Tay cut a promo on this week's Dynamite that I was impressed. She kind of, all she needed to do was remind the world of what she's capable of. Yeah, she's a pretty face, but this girl is a badass when it comes to her jiu-jitsu and her abilities in the ring. Tay Conti versus Serena Deeb has one of those abilities. Next week, guys, I have a feeling that the women's division, that segment, is going to get an elite out of Crayfish and SPD because we're fans of Serena Deeb. She's such a polished pro. She can go with anybody. She really is kind of like a Cody Rhodes for the women's division. Just one of those people that you can throw in the ring with anybody, is great base for other people. I have a feeling that Tay Conti, especially now that she's supported by the Dark Order, I loved that pairing. I love, obviously, her and Tay J, and her and Anna Jay are close friends. I really like her addition. I was a big fan of where that's going. I think that we're going to see that group supporting Tay in a big matchup for her. Really the biggest match we've seen in her career in AEW. That said,
first title match.
We got another group in action.
The Elite, they kind of slipped that in, the Elite in action, if there is still an Elite after last night. So I'm curious of who that entitles. I mean, are we talking Young Bucks here or what, you know? So they quickly announced the Elite in action, and I didn't put it on here, but the Inner Circle is going to talk about their New Year's resolutions. So we'll definitely hear from the Inner Circle next week as well.
Anytime we get a chance to hear from the Inner Circle, I'm happy. I think that those guys need to be on Dynamite every week in some capacity, whether it's commentary, whatever. There's so many talented people on that group that
for sure.
There's no reason they shouldn't be on the show. But Darby Allin versus Brian Cage is going to be one of those matchups. We've seen Brian really make his career in AEW off of tossing Darby Allin around, ragdolling him. We know that Team Taz has run their mouth quite a bit, and Darby has been really the focal point of their attention. It came to a head this week, and I think that Team Taz is really going to be pushing to see Brian Cage try to take that TNT championship off of Darby Allin. Talk about a matchup of styles. Cannot wait to see those two go in the ring together. I think we're going to see a different side of Darby Allin. He's going to be pushed to a whole nother level, getting in the ring with the Machine. That guy is something else. So that's going to be a big one.
Oh, yeah. And then another tag match we talked about earlier is your favorite tag team, FTR versus Jurassic Express. You know, Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, when those two are together, I really love enjoying them, but we're going to see a different side of Jurassic Express. And so they can always put on a good match to me. It is another stacked card. I mean, we say it over time and time again. You know, this AEW puts on a great show. Being there live was such a great experience. You know, if anyone's ever interested in going there, do not hesitate. You know, always felt safe. Everyone was helpful, from the ushers to the ticket people. You know, everyone was class act and very helpful and safe. And so check our YouTube channel. I'll be posting a video about, you know, the whole process of all that. And make sure to follow us on all our social channels and support us. We love hearing from you.